So Rob looks like the olive drab version of the crocodile hunter. And we have just climbed up a really big hill.
Steep embankment.
So we're at the top now, and look at that. Whew, that's a long way up. So that's where we just were. Now we're down here and following the lake shore. Again, I'm really enjoying this sort of Tennessee lakeshore business here.
Looking for holes to noodle some catfish.
Yeah. Catfish noodling may be a future adventure here. So we've set up our camp using a Kelty Noah's tarp here. And we got an MSR Hubba Hubba HP tent with rainfly on it. So we're good and dry. Okay, so we got an assortment of fire making supplies. Everything out here is damp and wet. We're going to see if we can get it going. We have a Coleman made in China magnesium fire starter, Coleman waterproof matches, real military MRE waterproof matches which have already been soaked, so we'll see. These say they're waterproof. Regular restaurant paper matches, trioxane, should really get us a good fire going. We have a Brunton, I think this is called the Strike Force lighter, and this Coleman Dry Start Tinder, and the Helios is supposed to be a stormproof lighter. It's off a pretty blue flame.
First, I say we maybe use some of the wet tinder and some magnesium and see if we can get that going with the strike.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, so we're adding a touch of Rob's hair.
This is the secret ingredient to our
some
fires.
magnesium and some good sparks going.
Let me try the Scout Striker.
Alright. It's probably one of those natural ironies that like those sparks are like, you know, 1,000,000 degrees or something, but they won't get this thing going. Swiss Army knife plus flint and steel, or flint.
I just don't think we have
the right kind of tinder. Fire watch. Alright, reporting on this blazing forest fire that's going here. So despite the constant rain, we've been able to get this sucker built up. Alright, so just real quick, my MSR dromedary bag, I just unscrewed the cap that has the hose attachment that I have a bite valve on. Screw the MiniWorks purifier on here. I took the floating foam off of this so I can just drop it in shallow water like this. Pump away. And I'm going to have 4 liters of water in probably just a couple minutes.
Alright, we got the Jetboil assembly. I keep my squishy bowl on the bottom of it here for easy packaging. We also have a spork that I throw on there. Pretty lightweight stuff. This is a pretty handy little device there. We got a cup on the bottom there with measuring on it. On the inside we keep all of our parts and pieces. We have our solid fuel, and then the stove itself. The stove itself simply just connects on here. Makes it a one-piece assembly. I keep this to separate my things there. This lid here. And this has a nice little handle on it so you can pick it up while it's still hot. It's protected. Then we pop off the canister top and screw it all together here. And this is a relatively heavy setup, so it's not for you super ultralight campers who feel the need to have the lightest system, but you have the full system right there and you can boil water. I'm actually going to cook some pot roast in this a little bit later. Let you know how that goes. We're going to have it with the mushroom couscous. So we just made some mushroom couscous with a little bit of pine nuts, and it looks like I put in some pork roast with a little bit of sherry in it. It's really yummy, actually. Brad?
I made chopsticks because I forgot a utensil using my little Titan cook set here. Oh, that is really good. It's got that savory, like, you know, I mean, it's the meat is really got that, gives that nice savory flavor.
If you look here, you can kind of see it floating around in there.
Yeah. So this meat just steaming.
Oh, man.
That was really good. And I like the kind of soupiness of it, actually, because that way you get a lot of fluids in, and we're not really wasting any of the nutrients, because I'll drink all this broth. Okay, so water plus Jetboil, boiling water, added to MRE Mocha Cappuccino Instant Powder, which is actually really clever, because it just has a fill line, so you don't have to measure out how much water. Shaking that up really good. Now we're going to see how this comes out and give it a taste. I guess you could just drink this straight out of the pouch, but I'm going to drink it out of it. Well, there's not much. Not much to it. But it has 120 calories in just 4 ounces. So. Oh, that's delicious. That's really creamy and sweet. It's like a Starbucks, you know, Frappuccino or something. Oh, it's really good. Rob, you want to taste? Rob's having his morning pipe. It's very rich, isn't it?
Wow. That's really good.
Wow. It's like the best MRE drink I've had so far.
Next weekend, I think I'm gonna get some of those Starbucks Via, and we'll write about those.
Yeah, good idea.
Instant coffee. They're supposed to be really good. Backpacker says they are. So